There is something you've been feeling for a while, but you've never been able to fully explain it.
It's like a silent discomfort, a knot deep in your chest, a tiredness that has nothing to do with your body. And no, it's not stress or anxiety. It's something far more insidious. It's the invisible price you've been paying for tolerating behaviors and attitudes you never should have accepted. Today, we're diving deep into Carl Jung's powerful insights on the 7 toxic behaviors you absolutely must stop tolerating. Behaviors that quietly erode your sense of self, your confidence, and your mental health. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll clearly see exactly what's been weighing you down, and more importantly, you'll know how to free yourself from it. Emotional manipulation never storms in loudly. It slips through the cracks disguised as love or care. It whispers softly, "If you loved me, you'd do this," or gently insists, "It's for your own good," planting subtle seeds of self-doubt deep within your mind. Suddenly, your own instincts feel unreliable, overshadowed by their quiet suggestions. Carl Jung saw right through this subtle sabotage, saying clearly, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." Manipulative people don't openly attack, they quietly transfer their insecurities onto you, making you shoulder burdens that aren't yours. You've felt it before, that uneasy sensation in your chest telling you something's off, even though you can't pinpoint why. Listen to that discomfort. It's your intuition screaming beneath the surface, urging you to pay attention. Nietzsche nailed it when he wrote, "Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster." Allowing emotional manipulation slowly pulls you into darkness you didn't create but unknowingly sustain. Acknowledging manipulation isn't paranoia, it's clarity. It restores power stolen quietly over countless subtle exchanges. Stand firm in your perceptions. Your reality is valid, and no love, friendship, or relationship justifies persistent doubt and insecurity. It won't always feel easy. Pushing back may trigger discomfort or resistance. But every moment you choose your truth over another's subtle manipulations builds your inner strength. Remember Carl Jung's words, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." You deserve clarity, respect, and genuine connections. Your intuition has always known the truth. It's time to listen closely and reclaim your life. We've all been there, caught off guard by a friend's joke that lands too close to home. The room erupts in laughter, yet inside it feels like a quiet betrayal, like a smiling blade piercing your self-esteem. Carl Jung understood this pain deeply, pointing out how our unconscious minds absorb these small cuts without distinguishing them from outright attacks. Over time, those innocent jokes chip away at our sense of worth, leaving behind subtle scars of insecurity. It might seem harmless, just casual teasing, but beneath laughter lies the quiet erosion of respect. Schopenhauer once warned, "Ridicule is the favorite weapon of those who have neither reason nor virtue on their side." He nailed it. Humor-turned weapon can swiftly dismantle trust, turning friendships into battlefields. Yet we've somehow normalized this silent aggression, forcing ourselves to laugh along even as it drains our spirit. Nietzsche wrote powerfully, "And those who were seen dancing were thought insane by those who could not hear the music." In other words, your feelings, your inner truth, matter deeply, even if others dismiss them as overly sensitive. Ignoring discomfort only empowers others to push further boundaries, unaware they're causing harm. Taking back control starts small, with quiet strength. Next time someone crosses that line under the guise of humor, respond calmly but firmly. "Hey, that doesn't feel funny to me." This simple phrase reclaims your dignity instantly, signaling that your boundaries matter. It might feel uncomfortable initially, maybe even awkward, but setting clear limits protects your emotional well-being. Jung reminds us, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." You aren't defined by anyone's careless humor. Each time you stand up gently but firmly, you rewrite your narrative. You choose dignity over approval, self-respect over temporary laughs. It's about time you gave yourself permission to stop laughing at jokes that cut deep and started living in alignment with your truth. After all, genuine humor uplifts. It never tears down. You're imagining things that never happened. These quiet little phrases might seem harmless at first, but they carry a hidden poison powerful enough to distort your very sense of reality. It's called gaslighting, and it creates a fog of doubt so dense that you start questioning everything: your feelings, your memories, your instincts. Slowly, you lose trust in your own mind, feeling more and more isolated within yourself. Carl Jung understood this clearly, describing it as a profound internal betrayal. When you turn against your own perceptions, you lose the very foundation of who you are. Gaslighting twists that truth. It quietly transforms the victim into their own adversary, caught in a relentless inner struggle to reclaim clarity. Your mind becomes a battleground, your confidence an early casualty. You hesitate before speaking, second-guess your emotions, and apologize when you're not at fault. This subtle erosion of your self-trust leaves you vulnerable, disconnected, and uncertain. Breaking this pattern requires immediate action, something concrete you can lean on to restore your clarity and reclaim your mental ground. Start keeping a journal, record conversations, note your feelings, write down specifics. Schopenhauer wisely observed, "Truth that is merely known but not acted upon is like hidden treasure." Your journal becomes that action, your tangible proof and guiding compass. Review your entries regularly. See the patterns clearly laid out before you. Gradually, confidence returns as you rediscover trust in your memory and feelings. Jung emphasized the vital importance of making the unconscious conscious, allowing yourself to see clearly what's happening beneath the surface. Gaslighting can't survive clarity. It thrives only in shadows and silence. Ultimately, the strongest safeguard against manipulation is self-belief. Trust your intuition first and always. Your reality deserves respect. So start journaling today, not for anyone else, but for your own sanity. Because the moment you reclaim your trust in yourself is the moment you take back control of your life. We've all been there, opening up about something that genuinely hurts, only to hear words like, "You're too sensitive," or "You're overreacting." These phrases may sound harmless, but beneath them lies a hidden cruelty, emotional invalidation. It's a subtle but potent form of dismissal that quietly erodes your confidence in your own feelings. When your emotions are repeatedly brushed aside, you begin to wonder if they're even real or valid. Your genuine experiences turn invisible, overshadowed by doubts placed there by others. You learn to smile, nod, and say, "It's fine," even when your insides are screaming. Carl Jung warned about the danger of burying our authentic emotions, saying, "Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways." He knew emotions aren't something you can simply erase. They linger, transforming quietly into anxiety, sadness, or unexplained anger. Each time you're invalidated, you're essentially taught to hide your true self beneath a polite mask, making your inner voice quieter and quieter until it can barely whisper. But here's the thing, your emotions are your internal compass. Schopenhauer put it succinctly: every man takes the limits of his own field of vision for the limits of the world. Others dismiss your feelings because they're uncomfortable with their own emotional boundaries, not because your feelings lack merit. Your reality doesn't require someone else's approval to exist. You have every right to feel exactly as you do. Reclaiming this right starts with a simple yet powerful declaration. Clearly and confidently say, "I have the right to feel this way." Repeat it until you believe it fully, until it sinks deep into your bones. Make this your mantra when someone tries to minimize your emotional truth. It's a small act, but it signals profound strength, a refusal to diminish yourself for someone else's comfort. Nietzsche reminds us, no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. So, own your emotions fully, openly, and unapologetically. The moment you do, you transform invisible wounds into visible strength, reclaiming your power one authentic feeling at a time. Nothing cuts deeper than silence. It's not loud or aggressive, yet somehow it's devastating. You've felt it when your messages remain deliberately unanswered, or when a cold look slices through you without a single word. Carl Jung captured this pain profoundly, reminding us, loneliness does not come from having no people around, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important. Silent contempt quietly whispers, "You do not matter enough to be acknowledged," erasing your presence slowly, leaving you isolated even among familiar faces. Schopenhauer warned us to feel envy is human, to savor Schadenfreude is devilish. Silent contempt is often rooted in another's envy or bitterness. Their silence is not about your worth, it's a reflection of their own internal struggles. Yet knowing this doesn't soften its sting, and chasing their attention only deepens your wounds. Your dignity cannot hinge on someone else's recognition. You reclaim your power by calmly confronting the silence itself. Try clearly, communicating, "I notice you're ignoring me. If there's an issue, let's discuss it openly." This simple act asserts your worth without aggression, shifting the dynamic away from silent warfare and toward transparent dialogue. You might feel vulnerable at first, but vulnerability can be profoundly courageous. Nietzsche observed, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." Your why, your self-respect, your emotional integrity, must remain stronger than someone else's silent judgment. When you assert your boundaries, refusing to tolerate silent contempt, you anchor yourself in strength. You stop begging for acknowledgement and start commanding respect. Ultimately, the deepest respect you'll ever need is your own. Embrace it, affirm it, and watch as silence loses its power over you. Society applauds self-sacrifice as if it's the ultimate virtue. You've heard it endlessly. Put others first. Always be there. Selflessness is noble. But what happens when this seemingly admirable trait quietly morphs into self-neglect? Carl Jung warned us that continuously sacrificing our needs can silently fracture our true identity, leaving us hollow. He wisely observed, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." Yet when sacrifice becomes habitual, who we truly are slowly fades, lost in an endless cycle of giving until there's nothing left. Your life is precious, not meant to be sacrificed endlessly in the name of others. True generosity enriches both giver and receiver, but self-sacrifice repeated without boundaries turns generosity into depletion. Your emotional well-being suffers, your dreams shrink, and your identity becomes secondary. Breaking free begins with the power of a simple word: no. Saying no doesn't mean you care less. It means you finally care enough about yourself. Schopenhauer wisely reminded us, compassion for others must be balanced by compassion for oneself. Every time you decline a draining request, you reclaim strength. You reinforce your boundaries, reaffirming that your needs matter too. Prioritizing yourself isn't selfishness, it's self-respect. Real love doesn't demand you disappear, it celebrates your authenticity. Each act of self-prioritization quietly rebuilds your fragmented identity, restoring your sense of self-worth. Gradually, you realize that true strength lies not in how much you sacrifice, but in how boldly you honor your own needs alongside others. It's terrifyingly easy to convince ourselves that crumbs of attention and fleeting approval are enough, better, at least, than being alone. But when contempt becomes the price you pay to belong, you're quietly handing over pieces of your identity. Carl Jung didn't mince words. He called this tragic compromise a form of psychic death, the slow, silent erosion of your very being. You accept disrespect because it feels safer than solitude, unaware you're trading authenticity for hollow acceptance. Nietzsche sharply warned, the most common lie is that which one lies to himself. Every time you settle for contempt disguised as affection, you're feeding that lie. Over time, it becomes your reality, shrinking your confidence and suffocating your self-worth. It doesn't feel violent or aggressive, just numb, subtle, and deceptively safe. But beneath this numbness lies profound pain, the ache of knowing deep down you deserve better. Breaking this cycle begins with confronting a simple yet powerful truth. You deserve respect and genuine love. Schopenhauer once noted that self-respect, without the respect of others, is like a jewel in the dark. It glows nonetheless. Acknowledging your worth aloud, repeatedly and clearly, isn't mere motivational fluff. It's a profound act of psychological reclamation. Each affirmation pushes back against years of quiet neglect, rewriting your subconscious story from one of compromise to one of empowerment. Start saying daily, I deserve respect and genuine love, until it sinks deeply into your bones. Let it become the unwavering baseline of how you engage with others and yourself. This simple ritual transforms passive acceptance into active empowerment. Gradually, you'll notice a shift. Your boundaries become clearer, your tolerance for disrespect diminishes, and you become unwilling to settle for anything less than authentic connection. This isn't about choosing isolation, it's about recognizing that authentic solitude is far better than companionship rooted in quiet contempt. Ultimately, the real power isn't simply finding acceptance, it's in realizing you never needed their validation at all. You deserve to belong, genuinely and respectfully. Never settle for less. Change is uncomfortable, it's messy, it stings because it forces you to confront truths you've long avoided. But here's the harsh reality. The slow, silent decay of tolerating toxic behaviors day after day is infinitely more painful. Carl Jung cautioned, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Right now, you stand at a crossroads. Choose clarity over comfort, awareness over oblivion. This isn't feel-good fluff, it's a confrontation with the mirror. Take a moment and honestly reflect on your life. Whose approval have you exchanged for your self-worth? Whose quiet contempt have you silently accepted? Whose emotional manipulation have you justified as love? Nietzsche warned us clearly. No price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. Ask yourself, are you truly willing to pay the price of silently losing yourself day after day? If something in this conversation stirred your soul, it's your intuition shouting, enough. Make your choice clear right now. Comment below with the words, what I tolerate buries me. Typing it out is more than symbolic. It's your vow, your line in the sand. declaring an end to silently destructive patterns. And if you're genuinely ready to wield psychology as your shield and reclaim your emotional freedom, hit subscribe, not just for more videos, but for you. Every video here is designed as a tool to fortify your boundaries and sharpen your insight, guiding you from quiet acceptance toward powerful authenticity. Close this video, but keep your eyes open. You've awakened now, and as Jung profoundly reminded us, once awake, you can never go back to sleep. Step forward stronger, stand taller, and choose yourself every single day. Click on one of the suggested videos on your screen now to deepen your journey toward genuine self-awareness. Thank you for being a part of Mosaic Mind.